Hi, Pauline from Zilch Beauty here with what might be one of my favorite videos to date for Subtl, and Clover had to make an appearance. A lot of you know me from this channel. I've been working with Subtl for almost 5 years now. If you know Zilch Beauty, you are used to their wonderful stacks. They have totally innovated the packaging game when it comes to makeup and making makeup portable and easy to use, which has been my absolute favorite thing on top of the quality and the ease of use of all of their products. Clover agrees. But I got a package in the mail last week that looked a little different, and I'm so excited to be one of the first people to get to see a huge change for the brand. Some of the packaging looks like this. We have some fun colors, and what was this now looks a little bit like this. Crazy. So Subtl is basically rebranding themselves. They have a fresh new look to their packaging. They still have all of our tried and true favorites, and of course the functionality of the stack itself is still there, which is what we all know and love. But there are a few changes, so I wanted to walk you guys through what the updates are that I have seen and just kind of show you what the new stack looks like. Obviously, this is a massive stack. The beauty of the Subtl stacks is that you can mix and match and customize to your liking, but I'm going to show you everything that they sent me and all of the new options, and I'm just so excited to try them out. First impressions, we have a much wider, larger stack than what we had before. We also have a little bit of like a new logo. They're calling it the Subtl stacks, and you have your twist off. You still have your shine control powder, concealer, highlighter, bronzer, blush, lip and cheeks, your dry brush cleaners, eyeshadows. But one of my favorite new additions is this top twistable mirror, which I feel like when you're on the go and you don't really have your full makeup bag on you, having a compact is so helpful. And being able to just put that right on top of your stack, flip it open, and have that mirror right in your stack is honestly so genius. And I know that this has been something that they've been wanting to add for quite some time. It's kind of just open and it can stack right on top of whatever product you have on the top of your stack. So super exciting there. Also, the actual product width is a lot larger. I think that the pans are pretty similar in size, but they're much more protected. I think one of the things that would happen sometimes is that you can even see it on this bottom one. If you slip or drop them, they could be a little bit fragile. This feels like a bit of a more like sturdy plastic or whatever material they chose here, and it's just easier to grip, easier to twist on and off, which I love, versus this one which you can kind of slip and your hands don't have as much to grab onto. This is a really nice, like, natural fitting grip to the hand. So let's go through some of the products. They also have some brand new shades, which is really exciting. So let's start with some of the lip and cheeks. I am so excited to go through them and kind of show you the ones that they sent me. These, I don't think this will be all of them, but this is a good amount of them. So we have a fresh new title for the mauve shade. It's called Mauve in the Maldives. Are you okay? We have a terracotta tour guide lip and cheek. I think that this might be really similar to what the old Dusty Rose was, maybe a little bit deeper or like more like burnt orange than that Dusty Rose was. So you have that like pink mauve in the Maldives. You have that burnt Dusty Rose. We still have a plum, but it's called Passport to Plum. So really kind of going on this like portable travel theme, which really is at the core of the brand. So I absolutely love it. But this is a new shade and I am so excited about it. It is called Hibiscus Highway, and look how pretty and poppy this pink is. It's a little bit different than the mauve in the sense that like this is a bit warmer of a pink. This is really this like poppy, really great summery pink, which I cannot wait to use. So those are the lips and cheeks that I got sent. I have a bronzer in this shade Leche. So I think that they're still playing on that kind of like cafe theme that their bronzer collection was based on last time. I have a powder highlighter in the shade Champagne. So that same beautiful golden highlighter that I think we all know and love. And then they sent me a concealer. This is in the shade 002C. So I think that they're renaming their concealers to kind of showcase an undertone. This has a cool undertone, which is definitely great for my shade. And all I have on is skincare and a little bit of light foundation. So this is actually my first time trying some of these, and I'm just applying with my finger. So yeah, this is definitely a match for me. This is shade 002C. And I will grab a brush and we can just build a makeup look together with this. The last piece here is the Shine Control powder, which is another staple. So I'm just going to buff this concealer out with one of my own brushes, but I really love the new branded colors. They're really leaning into this like cool purple, and it's just a really fresh take on the stack. I love the way it feels. I love the way it looks. It's a little bit elevated from where they were before, and I'm just so excited for them. This brand has been on such a journey. They've seen so much success recently, so I'm just so thrilled for them and still so happy to be able to help and make some videos. So look at that. You still have that really nice hydrating consistency, and all I'm really doing is just putting it where I need it. I'll put a little bit over here. I was in the sun a little bit today, so I do have a little bit of redness, but not too bad. Let's do a little bit of Shine Control powder. I love dipping into the Shine Control powder really to kind of set where I was. And I'm gonna use the mirror at the top of the stack. I'm gonna use a new brush, a dry brush. And I like to use a pointed brush with my Shine Control powder just to really get in there in like the exact area that I want. So I'm gonna tap it onto the brush, tap it onto the back of my hand, and I'm really just going to get it where I need it, which today seems to be right in here. Clover went down. But I really like to just kind of like push it in to the under eye area as well as around the nose for me. I tend to get a little bit oily there, and then same up here. I am gonna just bring a little bit of that powder up here as well as along the chin. But it's such a nice, beautiful base. I am so excited to try the rest of these. Let's go into bronzer. As far as like the warmth of it goes, it's not too warm or too cool. It's very neutral, which I like for my skin. So I'm just gonna pick some up on my brush, which we love, and then I'm just going to build that up on the sides of the face where I want to apply it. So far the finishes and like the consistency of all of the products feels really similar to what we had in the old stack. I'll have to get more info about if they changed formulas at all and what exactly changed, but so far they just wanted me to do some first impressions, and so far so good. Still feels like the same Subtl that I know and love and use all the time. I literally have a stack in my drawer at work, in my bag. Really, I'm so glad that I have it on my side when I need it. Okay, now let's go into lip and cheek. I think I'm gonna try this new Hibiscus Highway. I am so excited to try this. I absolutely love this. Let's do a little bit of a swatch moment so you can see. Look how bright that is. I love this. But the thing about the Subtl lip and cheeks is that they blend so thinly that even if it looks really intense at first, you can even it out. So I'm just going to start to add a little bit to the top part of my cheeks. And again, you'll see that pigment there. Put a little, oh yeah. And then I'm gonna actually go back in with that same bronzer brush that I had and just kind of feather this out up the cheek, kind of layering it right on top of where that bronzer was. But oh, that's so pretty, so bright. It's July right now. I feel like this is such like a juicy, it gives me like a deep watermelon vibe. It's such a pretty shade. Wow, I love it. I love it. You could even throw this on the lids if you really wanted, just a little pink moment. It is Barbie season. I think Barbie came out this weekend, so let's give her a nod with some of this pink. And that's another reason why I just love the lip and cheek. It's so versatile. You really can play with it all you want. You can do it on the nose, the eyes, the lips, obviously the cheeks as well. All right, so let's do a final step with some highlighter. I'm in that shade Champagne. I like to kind of multi-use the highlighter the same way that we just kind of did with the lip and cheek. So I just pick some up. This is a powder highlight. So I like to kind of tap it on the back of my hand and then get that residue up onto the high points of the cheek. Let's bring it down the nose. And then similarly to what I did with the lip and cheek up on the eye, I'm gonna pull this into my eye as well. I'm gonna grab a shadow brush and I'm really gonna focus this on the inner corner just to give a little bit of brightness into the middle of the face here. And I'm gonna go grab that mirror. Again, this is such an amazing add-on. So happy about this. And then I'm even going to just go down the nose with this brush one more time. Okay, we have a final really fresh, beautiful look here. I cannot be more in love with this Hibiscus Highway color. I absolutely love it. And overall, first impressions are such a nice little upgrade for Subtl. I'm sure this took so much effort and time. And so again, they're shifting from the pink, smaller stack to this more like translucent, opaque, purpley shade. They've added some new shades to their collection, specifically the lip and cheek. They've retitled and like renamed some of the shades that already existed, really leaning into the fact that they are a portable travel makeup brand, which I absolutely love. And they added some amazing new additions like the mirror on top. Oh, and before I forget, they still have that really awesome dry brush cleaner that you can add in to any of them. I didn't use the eyeshadow that I have here today because I honestly like just kind of forgot, but all of their eyeshadow shades are still going to be the same. They sent me shade Jelly, so you have that like dual side, one with a matte deeper side and one with a shimmer side. But they have this new face brush that's sitting at the bottom of the stack, so this would be awesome for a bronzer, for a highlighter, for anything powder. I think this could be something that you bring up into the eye area, you know, top of the area of the cheek, and then as well as some bronzer, even some blush. They also still have their powder blushes, so exciting. Congrats to Subtl. Can't wait to keep trying these new products and shades out and showing you how I'm using them and creating looks. But if you haven't already, definitely subscribe to the Subtl channel now. I think there's going to be some really exciting fresh tutorials coming their way with this new relaunch. So congrats to the brand and more to come soon. Bye guys.